Welcome back to Disturbed Reality. As the age-old saying goes, sex sells, and drug cartels are all too aware of this. From illegal prostitution rings, to sex trafficking, to honeypot traps designed to ensnare rival gang members, only for them to be brutally murdered, are just a few examples. Way back when, before the turn of the millennium and the inception of Los Zetas, before the paramilitarization of drug cartels, women were seen as a no-go area, similar to the mafia back in the day. It was almost an unwritten rule, never to hurt kids or women and try not to involve them in the lifestyle. Those days, however, are long gone, and as the years pass, more and more prominent women have been identified as certified cartel members, and they carry a variety of different roles, such as Rosalinda Gonzalez Valencia, the wife of Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, aka El Mencho, leader of the notorious CJNG. On the 15th of November 2021, members of the Mexican military arrested Rosalinda in the Zapopan municipality in Jalisco. At the time of the arrest, Rosalinda was found to be the chief of CJNG's financial operations. The Mexican Ministry of Defense released a statement which described her arrest as a significant blow to the financial structure of the organized crime group in the state. Rosalinda was a key member within the CJNG structure, although operating behind the scenes and away from the battlefield. This isn't the case, however, for all women working within the narco trade. Many bear the responsibility of having extremely dangerous roles, from entry-level positions such as being lookouts or halcons, to even being full-blown sicarios. On the 10th of January 2020, Maria Guadalupe Lopez Esquivel, aka La Catrina, died at the result of suffering a gunshot wound to the neck after she and fellow CJNG members were raided by Mexican authorities. She bled out on the way to hospital, and she was 21 years old when she passed away. But who was Maria, and how did she get involved with CJNG? Maria was born in Buena Vista in Mexico City, though she and her family would move to Tepalcatepec in Michoacan shortly after her birth. Unlike most cartel members, it's said that she had a comfortable life growing up and was raised in a middle-class family by her parents. Her father was a successful farmer, and her mother was a stay-at-home housewife. It's not exactly the classic rags-to-riches story that we see with so many prominent cartel members. It's said that Maria, at 18 years old, met a man in her home city of Tepalcatepec. His name was Miguel Fernandez. It's said that Maria quickly fell in love with Miguel, who was charismatic, flashy, and outgoing. So much so that she abandoned her parents to run away with him, despite the near 20-year age gap. It turned out that Miguel Fernandez, aka LM2, was a high-ranking lieutenant within Cartel Jalisco Nueva Generacion and was said to be close to cartel boss El Mencho. LM2 led the assaults against Carteles Unidos in Michoacan, a war that is still ongoing to this day. Despite her lover's dangerous and criminal profession, it's said that Maria embraced this and wanted to become involved in the lifestyle. She quickly impressed Miguel and other prominent cartel members with her ruthless nature, so much so that she would become a high-ranking sicario. It is also alleged that she would be responsible for paying several local cartel members, as well as launching extortion operations. One of the most notable atrocities committed by CJNG in recent years took place in October of 2019 in Michoacán, El Aguaje, where a police convoy was ambushed by up to 30 CJNG gunmen. 13 police officers were killed, with CJNG sustaining no casualties. The shot-up police trucks were then marked with narco banners, warning the state police not to collaborate with rival cartel Los Viagras, who CJNG were and still are at war with in the area. It's believed that La Catrina was part of the hit squad. Her new lifestyle would lead to newfound wealth, which she would showcase on social media. She quickly garnered attention due to her attractiveness and amassed an online following. Despite being a notable cartel member, she would often brag about her involvement with the organisation online. Selfies showcasing her curves, guns, and luxurious lifestyle only proved to highlight her ego and the feeling of being untouchable, though we all know how that story ends. Her social media posts not only were self-serving narcissism, but also clever marketing by CJNG, whether by design or not. Potentially, for a young kid who is hopelessly deprived of opportunity, seeing posts by the likes of La Catrina may further encourage them to join the likes of CJNG, maybe in the hope of reaching financial status that they do not see as possible, as well as being around attractive women such as La Catrina. It's said that La Catrina, also known as the Dame of Death, took a liking to actress Kate Del Castillo's portrayal of a female narco boss in the hit Spanish-language series La Reina del Sur. It's said that she would mold her image and aura around the fictional character. On the 10th of January 2020, Michoacán State Police and the National Guard launched a joint mission to bust a supposed CJNG hideout in the small village of La Bocanada in Tepalcatepec, Michoacán, a territory known for the frequent disputes among cartels. The raid from the authorities was based on an anonymous tip that the alleged Miguel Fernandez, aka LM2, would also be at the location. Despite initial reports that he was among those arrested during the raid, it turned out not to be the case. Before the incident, the cartel blocked roads in order to prevent the security forces from entering the community. However, security forces dismantled the blockade minutes later and the raid ensued. State police and the National Guard ambushed the small compound containing several sicarios as well as La Catrina. A shootout soon ensued, though the CJNG members were outmanned and outgunned by the authorities. 8 CJNG gunmen were arrested, as was La Catrina, but during the shootout, she was shot in the neck. A recording is available online showing La Catrina sitting against a wall with a makeshift tourniquet wrapped around her neck to stem the bleeding. The footage is from a soldier's body cam. He approaches La Catrina as she is bleeding out and struggling for breath. He says to her, "Calm down, kid. The helicopter is coming for you. It is coming now. Easy, easy. You are going to be okay. Try to hang on." She doesn't respond to him and appears to be in shock. Shortly after the helicopter arrived, she was picked up to be transported to receive medical care before facing justice. However, it said that she bled out on the flight and subsequently passed away. Despite all of the glitz and glamour, the social media following, the wealth, Maria still met the same grisly demise as many fellow cartel sicarios. She joined the cartel at 18 years old and died at 21, despite being a relatively high-ranking member of the organization. Ultimately, Maria was just another body sent into the meat grinder. As for Miguel Fernandez, the man who recruited Maria, his death was reported in February of 2022. The Michoacan prosecutor's office confirmed that a decomposing body found on February the 6th in Tepalcatepec corresponds to Miguel Angel Fernandez, aka LM2, the regional head of the Jalisco Nueva Generacion cartel, who died after receiving a bullet to the chest. Photos of his decomposing body are online, though some doubt that the body belongs to Miguel, though upon closer inspection, his corpse can be seen rocking the same watch and bracelet that he wore during his interview with Vice News. Rumours speculate that Miguel died in a shootout with federal forces, though this has not been confirmed. If this was the case, you would have thought that the authorities would have taken away Miguel's body. Some speculate that the killing was actually at the hands of a rival cartel, or an extrajudicial killing by law enforcement on behalf of another cartel. Mexican media also reported on rumours that Miguel Fernandez went from being one of the most effective lieutenants of the Jalisco New Generation cartel to becoming a traitor. In 2021, there was also speculation that Miguel joined forces with Los Viagras in Michoacan, who are seen as one of CJNG's sworn enemies. These rumours, however, have not been confirmed. Regardless of the circumstances surrounding Miguel's death, ultimately, he met the same fate as his lover, La Catrina. But anyway, that is the video. I hope you enjoyed it, if you can enjoy this sort of content. This was something a little bit different compared to the usual cartel videos. If you guys would like more of these videos in the future, please let me know in the comments. If there are any more of these types of videos in the future, they will be uploaded as additional content. They won't be on my regular Friday upload days. So do bear that in mind. I have another case that is similar to this one, a female sicario who worked for the Gulf Cartel, though she met a much more grisly fate than La Catrina. So I have another case like this in mind. If you would like to see it, please let me know. But anyway, check out my socials in the pinned comment, my Twitch, my Twitter, etc. Check those out if you can, it would be much appreciated. And yeah, as always, stay safe, and I'll catch you on the next one.